best friend made an announcement at her own funeral, and what she said destroyed everything. We were all gathered in the funeral home for my best friend Ruby. Her family knew she was rich, so they all came to see if they'd be in the will. The funeral director played a pre-recorded video of Ruby on the screen. She said, "One person in this room has betrayed me, and if they don't speak up in the next 5 minutes, everything in my will is going to be assigned to the funeral director." The funeral director nodded and calmly said, "The 5-minute countdown starts now." Chaos erupted. Her husband stood up immediately. His hands were shaking. "I'm not British. I don't have a British accent. I'm from Ohio. I watched one season of The Office and the accent just stuck. I've been faking it for 8 years. It's so catchy." The room went silent. His mother-in-law, my best friend's mom, stood up slowly. "You told me you grew up in Manchester." The funeral director checked his watch. 4 minutes left. Before anyone could process what just happened, her cousin Brittany stood up from the back row. She was bright red and avoided eye contact with everyone. "Since we're confessing," she took a deep breath, "I've been selling Ruby's bathwater online since 2021. Dead silence. Someone whispered, "Her what?" Brittany kept going. "I made $47,000. Ruby's husband, the fake British one, looked horrified. "From our bathroom? You guys had a really nice tub." I felt like I was losing my mind. The funeral director's voice cut through. 3 minutes remaining. That's when Ruby's mom stood up, the woman who had been crying the hardest. "I need to confess something." Everyone turned. "I won the lottery in 2019. $2.3 million. I never told anyone." The room exploded. Her husband grabbed her arm. "We took out a second mortgage last year." She shrugged and said, "I know. I still have most of the money. I just don't know what to do with it." The funeral director announced, 2 minutes. Ruby's uncle Ron jumped up next. He pointed at her casket like he was confessing directly to her. "I'm the one who started the rumor that got you fired from your dream job in 2018. Gasps filled the room. "I remembered that job." She'd cried for weeks. Someone told her boss she was stealing from the company. "Why?" her dad shouted. Uncle Ron crossed his arms. "She spoiled Game of Thrones for me. The ending wasn't even good, but I was still mad." Her dad shouted, "You ended her career over a TV show?" Her uncle argued back, "It was the final season. I waited 8 years for that." I wanted to scream. But before I could react, Ruby's brother-in-law stood up. He was the one who officiated their wedding 5 years ago. "I never filed the paperwork to get a marriage license when I married Ruby and her husband." The husband turned to him slowly. "What?" "I got ordained. I did the ceremony, but I never sent in the marriage license. You two were never legally married. I was gonna tell you at the 10-year mark, but then I forgot." The husband lunged at him. 3 people had to hold him back. "1 minute!" the funeral director shouted. The room was chaos. People were crying. People were screaming. And then her dad stood up. He looked directly at Ruby's mother-in-law, the fake British guy's mom. "Ruby's MIL and I had an affair." The room went dead silent. Her mom turned to her dad. "What?" Her dad kept going. "It was 2016, that conference in Denver. It lasted 6 months. I thought her mom was going to collapse. I thought I was going to collapse. This was my best friend's funeral and her entire family was imploding in front of her casket." "Time's up." The funeral director's voice silenced everyone. Nobody confessed to what this is actually about. I stood up. My voice was hoarse. What else could there possibly be? The funeral director walked over to the casket and made the announcement. "Someone borrowed her sweater in 2019 and never returned it. She mentioned it in every therapy session for 4 years. She just wanted it back. I was wearing the sweater. I looked down and shrugged. It's really soft."